Hi, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name is Fred Weller and today I want to talk about the help action in the game of Dungeons & Dragons 5e. Now the help action is an action, and if you take the help action you will not be able to make an attack or you will not be able to cast a spell during the same round. You can lend aid to another creature in the completion of a task, and that's the whole purpose of aid. When you take the help action, the creature you are aiding gains advantage on the next ability check it makes to perform a task you are helping with, provided that it makes the check before the start of your next turn. Now you can make use the help action in combat or out of combat. It's sort of part of how this game is set up, and it's perfectly acceptable to use that in that way, not just in combat. So this situation I'm going to make really simple for the ability check. I'm going to have the paladin move up and decide to move this log or tree. Now if it tries to make the check, it's only going to get to roll one 20-sided dice and add its strength modifier. Now its strength modifier in this case, let's say it is a +5. So +5, and it rolls one dice and adds the result for the check. So it then adds 9 and the total would be 14. Okay, that's not enough to actually move the tree, unfortunately, so it asks for help. So the ranger decides to move up and give some help. Moves up, try and lift the tree trunk. Because aid is being used, you get to roll with advantage. So I'm going to rub this out here. The check is done by the paladin or dwarf, but this time you get to roll two 20-sided dice, and this time I rolled much better because you get advantage. It means when you roll two dice you get the highest result off that dice. So I rolled a 17, okay, and when I add those together it comes to 22. Now 22 is more than enough to lift the log, and that's how help works, whether it be in combat or out of combat. Now you can also use help during combat as part of your attack, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. So for the second part of the help action, alternatively you can aid a friendly creature in your attack. It has to be within 5 feet. You fear it to distract the target, or in some other way you team up to make your ally's attack more effective. If your ally attacks the target before the next turn, your first attack roll made with that is with advantage. So I'm going to give you an example here. So while they were lifting the log, a gargoyle that was resting on top of the temple drops down, flies down and attacks the paladin. Now the paladin has to engage, drops the log and starts engaging the gargoyle, and to help the paladin actually strike the gargoyle, because they're quite hard to hit, the ranger decides to move up with its short sword and help the paladin during its turn. The paladin will get advantage on its next attack. So let's say the attack modifier or attack roll modifier for the paladin is an 8. Normally it would only get to roll one 20-sided dice, but because it's getting help from the ranger, you get to roll 2 dice and you take the highest result. So in this case it's a 13. You add the two numbers together and we get 21. 21 is more than enough to strike the gargoyle, and this is pretty much how help works. It's a very effective technique when you are dealing with a high armor class creature. If you found this video helpful or informative, please share, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make a comment below if you have any questions about the help action and how it's used in combat and out of combat. Until next time, keep rolling those 20s.